and welcome to Knitting at Tiffany's with Added Bling. I'm Tiffany.
I'm Aryn.
Welcome back if you're a return viewer, and welcome if you're a new viewer. We have a great episode for you today. I know Aryn does that every time she has something.
Because you don't know what the episode's going to be
That's
like.
why it's going to be great.
Okay, it's going to be great.
If I say we have fun stuff or surprise stuff, then it would be different, but we don't have any of that today.
We have our usual.
Yeah. So let's start off with...
We're starting off with our box.
Yeah.
It's the first episode of the month, and we have our challenge box, our stash challenge, where we are putting money each month. Yes. A base amount of, you got your $10?
I do.
We're putting our base amount of $10 in, and then if we purchased anything outside of the rules that we placed by ourselves,
That's right.
we put additional money in. Have you bought anything?
Nope.
I have not. Outside of my rules.
Outside. Oh, so you bought in your rules.
Yes.
That means
I bought something, and it's not arrived yet, but it was within my rules.
So your rules would be
One of my rules was I could buy one surprise purchase a month, and I bought a yarn box.
I was going to say, but it was a yarn box, wasn't it? Wasn't that you actually had one yarn box a month you were allowed?
No, it was just a surprise purchase.
Oh, okay. Oh, she bought a
And
yarn box.
I bought a yarn box. I haven't bought a yarn
From
box.
Rosie's?
No, a yarn box.
Oh, like yarn box,
Like yarn box.
Oh,
yarn
I didn't
box.
realize that.
No,
oh,
yarn box,
very
yarn box.
cool.
I got one of their emails, and because they are restructuring their website,
yeah, I seen that.
the March box was at a discount, and I went into their sneak peeks just to see what kind of yarn it was, and it looked like it was something thicker, and then it came with mini skeins, and I was like, oh, interesting. And then they have PayPal now. When I first joined, they never accepted PayPal.
They never PayPal.
And they had PayPal as an option, so I was like, okay, this is going to be my March.
Nice.
I guess it would be March. Yeah, my March mystery.
Yeah.
I didn't get a January one. I didn't get a February one.
No.
So I'm
all good.
Putting my card in for March.
It's okay. I haven't bought any yarn.
No. Other than that, though,
you know what we should be having coming this month?
What?
Our
club shipment.
Our club shipment. I'm super excited for that because she
too.
knows that we both joined, so that she's going to try not to send us the same stuff.
The exact same. Well, I'm getting fiber in mine, and you're not.
Right, because you have yarn and fiber.
Yarn and fiber, and you're just.
I'm super excited for that.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Super excited.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this.
So yeah, if you want more information about our stash challenge, there's a thread in the group.
Yeah, go check it out. It's fun.
Yeah.
It is. It's keeping us on track.
Yeah, it's keeping us on track because we keep thinking, hey, do we need this? Because it's just to curb impulse purchases.
That's right.
So that's why we have our rules. So we can purchase within our rules.
Yeah.
So if it doesn't fit in the rule, do we really need it? Because then we have to put extra money in the pot.
That's right.
Which will eventually go to a trip.
That's right.
In some way. There, again, more rules in the thread, but yeah, that's our March. So far, we're even.
I'm excited. Yeah. Plus, it's coming to the time where it's showtime soon.
Yes, and that's part of our rules.
And that's part of our rules. So I'm excited because I'm trying to see, what. Yeah. But, you know, I don't need anything. I went into my yarn room the other day, and I'm like, oh, my God, I have so much yarn. The problem is I have one skein of one skein of one skein. It's not like anything. I'm sure I can match it because of my colors.
You should look and see because you have a very set color palette.
Yeah.
You could probably do some sort of marled or faded garment.
Probably.
By putting a bunch together.
Yeah. Or even a 3-color shawl or something like that. And there's actually a couple 3-color shawls that
there's been a bunch that have been coming out.
But I have other stuff I want to knit first. Because those would take me a while. Like to do 3 skeins of fingering weight. Oh my God, one pair of socks is not even like a full skein. Look how long that takes me to do. Yeah.
But after this month, you won't have to do socks anymore.
God.
Yeah.
No, last year I did still socks throughout the year.
No, but you didn't have to.
I didn't have to, so it made it fun.
If it took 2 months to do it, it took 2 months to do it.
Yeah, because it was just like an extra, like how you do yours, like kind of an extra.
This is the last month where you have to work on only your socks. Yeah.
I don't like having that I want to say kind of constraint.
And I don't want to say obligation either. It's just.
But for me, it takes me the whole month. Or it took me 2 weeks into the first pair because I was excited. Second pair, I wasn't excited. I lost my knitting mojo towards the end of it, and going into the third pair, I still don't really have knitting mojo. I barely started them because it's just I just don't know what I want to do, and I want to knit other things. I want to knit stuff now that I want to knit. So
and you will see that with her projects that she is in some sort of like conflict.
I am because
like knitting conflict.
I lost my knitting mojo from knitting socks, and now I'm all over the place, and I don't know what I want to do, and I don't have. Yeah, it kind of sucks.
I think all your projects have something that you're trying to like figure out.
Yeah. All right, so let's
we
get
didn't
started.
decide. What are we starting with? I don't know what we're starting with.
We have
What
no
are we starting
idea.
with?
So
we didn't discuss this.
Want to do
Want to do our
foes?
We can do foes.
Yeah.
All right.
You
why don't I
yours
do
first,
this
and then we can do the other one
Why don't I
second?
do this one?
Yeah.
And we'll do this one together.
Okay. Sounds great.
All right.
Excellent. She's got 2 foes today.
I've got 2.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So my
one,
first one.
I super love. Like, I think whoever designed this just had that right girly girl flair to it. You know, like
it's unique, but it's perfect. They actually have an adult version. I don't think I would wear it, but some people could pull it off. But it's like perfect. It's just that youthful, fun.
Yeah.
Like,
but it's girly,
design,
but it's girly, and
but
it's flattering,
practical because it's still
yeah.
very playful. It's not like lots of loose fabric and stuff. It's just it's.
I love it.
They got this one. So
yeah.
This is the original, and this is Boule, and there's the pattern and designer name there. Is it broken? Yeah, there it goes.
Yeah, there it goes.
And then for mine, I did stripes, and the last time I brought it, I think the body was done.
Yeah, you had up to the you had up into the sleeve part or
the body was done, and I didn't have the sleeves.
The sleeve, yeah, you had the sleeves on the thing.
So all I had to do with the sleeves. But if you remember, I had another whip last time where I was distracted by another sweater.
That's right.
So I had been putting a lot of time into that, but then I came back to this because it was almost the end of February, and I'm participating in the Just One More Row. They have a year-long challenge as well.
Okay.
So for every 2 months, you can put, so January, February is like a term, say. And you can put in as many projects as you finish in that term that are 150 yards or more. Mm-hmm. But they have to be started and finished in that 2 months.
Time period, right.
So I was getting to the end of February, and I'm like, okay, because I started both of these in February, if I didn't finish them in February, I would not be able to enter them at all because I couldn't put them in the March, April because they weren't started. Right?
I understand. Got it.
So I was like, okay, what do I need to focus on? So I decided I needed to finish this because the other one I was not going to finish. And at least then I could enter it into the January, February.
Perfect.
Right? So I put all my attention into this. And then like the last 2 days. No, I was just saying because I was just like, I wanted to work on the cardigan.
I get it. Yeah, and it's stunning too.
I was like, I needed to figure out which was more, which would get me more in. Right. So yeah. So I decided to work on this.
I don't have time to.
It took me like an evening and a half.
I don't even look into any of those stuff. I never have time to.
They're just fun. This one's really easy because all you have to do is a project that's more than 150 yards.
Oh, that is easy.
Yeah, and you can put as many as you want.
That's awesome.
And it just has to be started and finished within
that
those
time period. Those 2 months.
Those 2 months.
Cool.
So yeah. So this is my finished one here. My rainbows. And this is the length of sleeves in the pattern. I did it.
I did a 3/4 sleeve.
I just did it according to the striping. I wanted to end on a black.
I love it.
So I didn't want it to go down another stripe because then it would be longer. So, but it's about the length of the pattern. And it's got the button closure at the back, which is great.
I like that cute button too.
Her head can grow. Yeah, there. And then it's got the little pleats. You see the little pleat on the front and the back. It's just so practical.
It's got pockets.
I did the pockets.
Yeah.
Now I can't pull them out because I stitched them in.
Oh, that's okay. Here, look it.
Yeah, there we go. The pockets.
I love it. I love the little pockets.
There's a button right there. The little tab button.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I stitched them here.
I'll flip it in.
I'll flip it inside out. I stitched them just slightly to the front because I was like, if she puts stuff in there, and she's going to put stuff in there, she is constantly collecting garbage off the streets.
Yeah,
I was like, if she goes to pull it out and the pocket pops out,
everything's
going to pop out. Yeah. So I just decided to...
I like the way you did that though. It's a great idea. Why not?
You can see, I just stitched it just along the side there so that it would just stay in place, but it's on the front of the garment. So they should stay in place.
You stitched it with yarn?
Yeah, with the same yarn. When I cast off, I left a long tail.
Nice.
And then I just did on each corner.
Yeah.
I did some stitching. So
I think it's great.
Yeah, the pockets are...
It is so adorable on her.
It's so cute on her. I still have not gotten finished photos of it on her. The best I have is one with the one sleeve.
I love it on her though.
But I was going to have her wear it to school. And I was like, no, I better not because I haven't shown it yet, right? Yeah. But now, maybe tomorrow, maybe we'll wear it to Grandma's.
Oh, maybe.
And take some pictures.
Yeah.
Maybe because it's so cute. It's so cute on her. I hope she wears it to school.
And
the yarn, I have to say, okay, as much as it's lovely knitting with all those superwash, indie dyed, or like Madeline Tosh yarns.
Yeah.
for her clothing, like this is a really nice fabric.
It is.
It's a really nice fabric. I'm quite pleased with it. It's soft. It's got a nice denseness. Like it doesn't feel like it's going to like wear really quickly really nice. Or like pill or like. I'm really happy with it for her clothing. This is there we go. Mary Maxim Mellow Spun.
That's right.
This is just their acrylic DK. And they have lots of fun colors. They have baby colors too, but they have lots of brights.
Yeah, I love it.
And it makes a really, really nice fabric. Like I would order this again.
And it's not,
if I could. It doesn't fit my rules, but
it doesn't squeak when you knit with this one? Do you know how acrylic squeak?
Some do, but not.
No, I just say all.
Not annoyingly so. Like it definitely wasn't like knitting with wool, but it wasn't irritating to work with.
So do you like the Knit Picks acrylic better than the Mary Maxim acrylic?
I'm not as okay. A lot of people
knit with both.
I know I have knit with both, and a lot of people say that the Knit Picks Brava is like a really, really nice acrylic. I've never found it to be. It's not a horrible acrylic.
No.
But I've never thought like, oh wow, this is an amazing acrylic. Like I would put them kind of. They're both equally okay for me. Like, you know what I mean? Like they're not.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Amazing, but they're not like unpleasant. Like I just think this makes a really nice fabric. Like I think if she were to wear this, I'm not worried about this getting destroyed at school.
Unless it ends up somewhere in the field.
The lost and found. She had another sweater that she wore last week not one I made. But like she'll come home without it and she's like, I don't know, I left it in the gym, and I'm like, well, you have to go check lost and found, right? And then like 2 weeks later.
Why does she leave it in the gym? Does she not remember?
Well, because they take it off and then she forgets, and then I think sometimes her gym teacher will pull it aside. But like she had to go anyway. She finally came home with it, but still, like I kind of worry something like this. I'm like, if you don't come home with this,
because you put a lot of time.
You're not wearing this on gym day, because I don't have to worry that she's going to take it off because she gets too hot. But yeah, I'm really happy with this. So I'll have to get some finished photos, and I'll probably post them on Instagram.
You can always put her in a tank top underneath it. Like she doesn't have to wear a t-shirt or a long sleeve shirt.
No, I would put her a tank top. Yeah, that's probably what I would do.
Yeah,
tank top and leggings.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
So
if I was 6, I'd totally
love
wear
it.
this.
I know. I love it on her. It's just.
It's very her kind of.
If you have a girl, you have to knit one of these. I
think if you have a girl, because I think this would work. I think this would work for any girl of any like frou-frou girls. You could make this work. Tomboy girls, you could make this work.
Yeah.
Like I think this is a really great pattern. I really do. It's a really, really cute pattern.
I do.
And I think I mentioned last time the only adjustments I made is I did less decreases at the hem because it was supposed to be more of a bubble hem.
That's right, and I don't like the bubble hem either.
I did less decreases on the hem. And I did less garter stitch in the yoke because the garter stitch originally was supposed to go all the way down to here. I did less garter stitch.
You just did
That's it.
With the one black.
Yeah, I just did the one black, and I love it in stripes. I think it would also be beautiful in a like a hand dyed,
like a speckle
or a speckle.
Tonal, or you could. I don't know if the variegated would be too much, but like a white background,
a tonal or a speckle.
Would be really
but I
pretty
do love the stripes. Yeah. I do love the stripes.
Tonals could be used for like the
tonal stripes would be Well, when we get to my whips, it's very similar to the cardigan I'm making work. It is stripes as well, but it's all like super wash worsted anyway.
Cool.
But so that's my one whip or faux. My forever diamond.
Yeah. Diamonds are forever.
Yeah.
Just backwards, but we're good.
Ever. I know. I know it's diamonds are forever, but then in that sense, it's my forever diamond.
Yeah, true. True.
Okay, so our next foes.
She said R. Did you hear that? R.
Because it is
We each have one. No, that's what I'm saying. I have one.
Yeah, she has one.
Okay, you guys should know by now I don't weave in any of my ends.
Yeah.
That's why I have socks from last year that I don't have them worn because I haven't woven in my ends yet.
Yeah. I'm surprised you don't still wear them.
Well, because some of the heels
you just don't want them to undo.
I don't want them to undo.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Okay, you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Are you ready?
So these are, I was going to say these are our February socks, but these are not our February socks. These are her February socks.
Yeah.
And my March socks.
Yeah, rub it in.
Yeah.
Rub it in.
Done. Okay, ready?
I need to knit as fast as you and have knitting time. Ready?
What happened here? I thought we were, okay, there. Oh, which way? Does it matter?
Does it matter? No, we could just fit them both on the screen. How about that? And look, we can still fit our faces. That's good. Okay.
So you want to talk about yours?
Sure. This is a Wednesday by Desert Vista Dye Works. I love the color. Do you see the bling? I see the bling. Do you see the bling?
Do you see it? Yeah, you can see it.
I did a rolled cuff, and I really love it, actually. You laugh at me, but
no, I'm only saying that because I don't think you intended to do a rolled cuff.
You know what? I was knitting away, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to do like my, I'm going to do my bind off now, and then I think I just was so much fun knitting, and I was watching a program on TV, and I forgot to do a rib. And then by the time I get to it and I bind up, I'm like, as I'm going through my last, my last few stitches, I'm like, why is it so loose? And then I look and I'm like, oh yeah, there's no rib to it. And I'm like, so I took it off and I was like, I tried it on, and I love that look. I was like, I did want it the purple. I wanted the purple to be the last color, and it's there, and to match the purple toe that I started. But I'm okay because you can still see the purple on the rolled edge, and I love it. I really, really do. It fits. So this is plain vanilla sock with a Flegel heel in there, and I added the pink in here
as
to
a
match.
separate ball.
Yeah. And just to show you, I do have a second sock, people, and the pinks almost match. I think I'm a row off, but I'm okay. Everything else is matchy-matchy from head to toe, which is perfect. I love it. I did my 72 stitches, and I think with her bling in her yarn,
It's a little thicker.
it's a little thicker, and they're not as snug on me, but they're not loose.
Well, I think with this type of cuff, having them not as snug is kind of part of the, like, they have that kind of
they do.
easygoing, comfy.
That's exactly what I wanted.
I don't want to say slouchy because it's not.
No,
really
they're not
slouchy. But
no.
just that kind of feel, right? Where it's just like.
I love them. I do. I love the colorway. I love them. I love my Flegel heel. I love adding that extra ball of yarn when I do the heel.
So that your stripes stay.
Yeah. You know what? I'm really enjoying it. I'm good. And I don't even care here. Like, it's I kind of matched it, so it's the lighter pink, and then it goes into the darker pink here. So not always do I split it like in the middle of a purple or something. It just kind of depends on how it works, and then I just kind of match it to that. So love them, love them. I'm happy they're done. They're February's. They took me. I finished on the 27th, I think.
Okay. You were just done.
Yes.
Because you could have knit them longer if you had just knit to the end of the.
I could have knit them
but
longer,
you were just done. You were ready, right?
I wanted them done, and they do cover all the parameters that Susan has.
Right.
At the 3 inches,
They're right at the 3
from
inch
heel
roll,
to cuff, they're 3 inches. But you know what? That's usually around my normal area where you even make my socks, because I measure them on my foot, and that's almost a normal area because I have like 2 freckles on my foot where I measure my socks to. And I tried on my other ones, and you're just about there, and I think one of them's a little bit longer, just by not much. So, yeah, it's funny. Yeah. How long are yours?
Mine are a bit longer. What I've learned, see, I always thought I liked short socks because I didn't really wear my own socks. Yeah. And now that I wear them the way I wear them, I'm learning I like slightly longer socks. So I knit, I've been going more by rows than inches. I do, these ones are a little shorter. So my February Glee socks, I found I really like that length of cuff. So my January socks were quite long. Yes. And then my Glee socks were slightly shorter than those, and then these ones are slightly shorter than Glee, but only a bit. So I'm figuring out that I like about 40 rows after the heel, and then about 22 rows of ribbing. So I think these are 32 rows after the heel. Okay. So I mean they're only slightly shorter than that 40, right? But I like how these fit. I haven't worn these officially. They have not entered my rotation yet. But I think I like this length. They just work with, like, these are a bit short for how I like to wear them. But so these are my March socks. So I finished these in 5 days. So not quite my 4-day personal best.
That was your January?
No, my February. My January was 7 days.
Oh, I'm sorry, your February, yes.
My February was 4 days. And I think I could have gotten these done in 4 days, but I had a rough start. So these were 5 days. And I just want to get them done because I want to work on other things, because then I can work on other things and not worry about them, and it's awesome. And then by the time the next month rolls around, I'm excited to start them. The system is totally working for me. So I'm enjoying it.
Lucky you. Yeah. I don't have that feeling.
But once you can get yours done in 2 weeks, it'll work for you too.
It did the first time, and I was excited.
Yeah.
And then it sucked.
And then, February sucked the life out of you. But so this is Peter Max. And here's my second.
Nice colors. And even with that peach in there,
it's a really pretty peach though.
It is a nice peach. It's not too peachy and it's not too...
It's kind of a brighter, more on the orange side than it is on the like beigey peach.
Yeah.
It's a nice peach. And this is Peter Max, and I looked it up, and Peter Max is an artist. This is my leftovers. There's 30 grams, so I used 70 grams.
Oh, I never measured that. Actually, weighed that out.
Well, I just wanted to see because I'm using it for my memory blankets and then also some minis to give to friends and stuff. So I just want to see how much. So 30 grams. And plus, in my Ravelry projects, I always put in exactly what I use because it keeps track of then my yardage and extras and stuff. Yeah. So, so now I tried something slightly different with this pair. I still did my Flegel heel, but after the last episode, we were talking about fit because I'm still trying to figure out my fit. And I love doing the Flegel heel. It's my favorite heel to knit, but I don't know if it's just my feet or if it's just the way socks wear, but I get this extra fabric around my ankle. So I was
She might not have the right feet.
I might just have
I had issues. I don't have issues. I'm finding my feet.
You're yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's just I don't know. So I just thought I'd try something because I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna wear them regardless. So let's use this year.
Right.
You had that year where you were trying to figure it out.
Well, yeah, but
then you figured something out, right?
Yeah. Right. The Flegel heel is the best thing for me I could ever.
Now I'm trying to figure something out. So I actually started these socks with the intention of doing a new heel. And then I was just like, no, I just wanted it. So I went back to the Flegel. But what I did was, usually on most socks, I do 15 to 17 increases for the gusset before getting to the heel. And for this one, I did, I think, 10 increases.
Nice. So
trying to have less fabric in this area.
Right.
And then I knit straight until my 9 1/4. I need 9 1/4 inches of length before I start my little heel turn.
Oh, okay.
So when I finished my 10 increases, I just knit straight until I got to my length requirement. And then the row before I was going to start doing my heel back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
I increased along that row the extra stitches I would need for the heel depth that I wanted.
So
right?
Did it work?
Well, they fit. I won't know until I wear them a couple of times whether, because whenever you finish a pair of socks and you put them on, you're like, oh, these are perfect. And then it's as you wash them and wear them that they kind of go to their true, like...
Yeah, because we talked about this when she was before her heel stuff, and because she was saying that she gets the poochiness in here.
Yeah, I get a poochiness.
So that's why I said to her, like, try doing less increases when you do your gusset, shorten that up, and then do the row before, because then you just need it more in your heel because you still need a deep heel, and you need a deeper heel pocket.
Well, and it might be, you know what, it might end up being that I don't need that deeper heel pocket. Like maybe I just think I do. Maybe the 10 increases is enough to give me that fabric. So I'm going to try this for this pair, and for next month's pair, like I'll have a month now that I'll be able to wash and wear these. And maybe next month I'll do 10 increases, but not increase for the heel, and just do whatever number I'm at for the heel. The only problem is when I get to this area, when you're joining back and around, I know I like to have more stitches here for my leg. So I'll just have to figure that out.
You could always increase there, though. Like,
I know, but I already do. I'd have to increase even more. I don't want it to be like weird. So I just have to keep experimenting.
So when you wear your sock with that heel, where you start to do that other part of your heel, like, you know, where you do your kind of wrap and turns, let's call them. Where does that part sit on your foot?
See, this part, I find it can sit different places on my foot. So,
like, if this was my heel right now, see how it starts right here at the back of my heel? Yeah. So it's exactly like, so where my heel on my foot, like, it starts at the top where it starts to go up is where I start to wear that. Yeah. So my bottom of my heel. And like, if you
look on this, it's like, it's in that spot too.
Yeah. So, but I'm thinking, are they supposed to be,
I don't know,
like this?
And I think it's supposed to be here.
Underneath? Or is it supposed to be at the back of your heel?
I think it's supposed to be at the back.
I've always wondered that because I didn't even know. Because mine, like, the length of them, I do a 6 and a...
You do 6 1/4 before you start your increases.
Sorry, I think that was your phone ringing.
No,
I do 6
1/4.
My phone doesn't
make that sound. Oh. That was like a house sound.
That's weird. I don't have a phone in here. Weird. Anyways.
Yeah. It wasn't a phone. It was like a
6 1/4 is what I do. And then I start and I screw them up along the way. So I probably have more rows than I ever need in there. And this time I was doing whatever I felt like it. But I still got to the double stitches. Like I doubled my heel. So I had 72 on the back. Yeah. But I was just curious because I started about 6 1/4. Yeah. My foot length is 9 inches totally,
and mine is just a little longer than yours.
Yeah, because you have a bigger foot than me.
Now this comes back to why I like the Flegel heel so much though, because like we were talking about where that little turn sits on your foot. Yeah. But unlike some other heels, even if it sits down here, the sock still feels like it fits nicely.
That's right.
Even if it's up here, the sock still feels like it fits nicely. So I like using this heel for gift pairs because I don't have to worry that their heel is going to fit into that perfect little cup.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially if you're off like in the length.
If you're off a little bit, it's okay with the Flegel heel. I'm almost tempted to make my next pair with the Fish Lips Kiss.
Yeah.
Because they're for me, I can make them fit my perfect little cup, right?
Yeah.
I don't like doing the Fish Lip Kiss for other people just in case, but...
Is that one pair of socks you made me has a Fish Lips Kiss in it and the rest are all Flegels?
Maybe. Because I've been wearing a pair that I made Dennis and it has a Fish Lips Kiss and it fits me nicely. But I still get a little poochy. I think my foot's just weird. I think I have a weird foot. I think I have weird proportions or something because it's not my arch.
Yeah,
it's something around, I don't know. I don't know. I think I just have weird proportions. But anyway, so we finished our socks.
Yeah. They're done. Well, my February's are done.
Yeah,
my
Marches are done. I don't have to think about socks until, or at least my DVD socks, until April. I haven't picked out my April color yet.
But did you pick out a second pair of socks for this month that you're working on?
I did.
Okay. So you have those ready. All right.
We'll get to those.
All right. So what do you want to do? Whips. You want to do?
I have 2 whips.
Diamonds are
in the rough.
I have 3 technically.
All right, so do you want to... I have a pair of socks and I have a garment. What do you have?
I have socks.
Okay.
And I have 2... One was it? Yeah. Here, I'll go with this because you know what? I worked on my Wonder Woman shawl a bit and then I could show you what I've done and I want this done. I really want this done. Oh, good. I didn't leave it in the middle of the road this time. I want this done. Let me see how far I can stretch this out.
Well, I can hold the end of a needle.
Yeah, please do. That'd be great. Right there.
And then
so these are my carbon needles, interchangeable, on this terrible...
That's knit pro cord.
Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know how people knit with this thing. The carbon needles are not bad. They're okay. They could be a little pointier.
That's how I felt about them.
For me.
They're not bad.
But they're not bad. For the shawl, they're doing okay. Oh, look it's coming along. You can see the W in the middle here. Right? Look how beautiful that looks. Oh my god, I love it. These were the areas right here. This big area was one I fixed, and I'm on to the other color now. So I think I have found a drop stitch. Look at that!
Stitch
I found
marker.
a drop stitch.
Where's your stitch markers?
Can you pass me that thing right there? Good thing I held this up. I would have found it anyways when I knit back to it, but yeah. I think that's the one right there. There's a light bulb in there.
You want a light bulb?
Yes, please.
One moment, please.
Sorry. Hey, good thing we catch it now, right? Instead of later. Thank you. All right, so never can go a day without having something, you know. My husband even laughs at me because he's always like, "You have a design element with everything you do."
But this, once you fix it, is not a design.
Oh yeah, no, this I can just pull up. It's only like, good thing I caught it. It's only 4 rows down, so we're good. Anything else? I should probably spread this out before I go to anything else. So, yeah, so it's coming along. So this pink is the last pink section, and this is what I'm worried about. Will this make it?
But after this, you have the gray, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I think
so. You know, I'm sure by eye, like if you look at it, like I already shrunk the gray section on here, which is funny. Don't ask me how I did it because I had to fudge, whatever you want to call it, numbers to make it work. And so I already did that less so that in case I could do the top bigger if I needed to, in case I ran out of the pink. But I think the pink on top, it has to be this thick here. Okay. And I'm what, a quarter of that?
Close. You're close.
I think I'm almost at the halfway point of the pink.
I think you'll get.
So hopefully I have. And then I have little extra bids here that I can use if I need to. But I still have lots of gray. Yeah. So we're good. So yeah. Oh, look at what I found. Remember I told you I was looking for these? Yeah. Okay. I didn't know where they were. Now I found them. I'll put them in the proper place afterwards. All right. So yeah, I did work on it. I think from when you guys saw it last, I don't remember if I had replaced those 2 panels on the side yet or not, but I might have, and then that's where I was. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Yeah, the other day I was working on it because I was frustrated with everything else I was working on. And my husband's like, "Isn't that your Wonder Woman shawl?" I'm like, "Yeah." And I look at him and he's like, "Did you start that last year?" That's when the evil eye came out and I gave him this evil look. And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, shouldn't you be done that by now? I'm like, no, because I worked on other stuff. I had other things that took priority. This was just something fun to do. And he's like, but didn't you do it for like one of those, what do you call it? And he meant like the cow that we were doing. And I was like, okay, stop talking to cow.
We very rarely finish our projects for our own cows.
Yeah, you know what? At least he gets me started in working on it. And as I said, since March right now, I'm lucky if I've had an hour a night, not every night. Like last night I didn't knit. The night before, I don't even know if I had half an hour. So March so far has been a rough start to my knitting. All right, so what do you want to do next? Want to do socks?
Do you want to do our socks?
Sure, because I have DVD socks.
Okay, I don't. I have other
I know
socks,
she
but
does,
we can
because
talk.
you just finished them.
I don't have much to say about these. Do you want me
Okay,
to start?
I can only show one ball because my other ball is messed up. Oh my god. You know, I hate my, it's not my ball winder, it's just the yarn just starts to do his own little thing every time I knit. So my ball winder did do something. I was winding my ball and all of a sudden the yarn popped off the ball winder and now I had to do this. So it's God knows what it is. But you can see all the pretty colors though, kind of, sort of. Yeah, and I'm still pulling from the middle, but whatever. This is my wonky ball because I'm pulling from the middle, so it's coming. Yeah, but I'm excited. So this is Unicorn Frap. If you guys have seen this, and another color that I am loving. I'm so happy I picked this one out. So it has the white, the pink, the blue. The white has speckles with the pink and blue on it, and the pink and blue. And see, this here is perfect. Add some black, add some gray, and maybe a tad of purple, which is like some purple.
It's got a little bit where the colors kind of blend.
It'd be my perfect rainbow. Oh, and of course, if you added some silver bling, I would be in heaven. So yeah. All right. So that's what I'm knitting on. Here is my toes that you don't even want to know.
So back to how we were saying that you're having conflicts with your projects. There's a conflict with this one.
Okay. See that toe? Look how pretty. See this toe? There's a pattern. I ripped out the pattern out of this toe, which I'm going to now take out of this one because I was going to do a pattern. It was a Christian Kapoor pattern, and I was going to do it just so I had something in towards SSK, and if I got to go this year. And then I started knitting it and looking at the two. I just like them plain. I don't know if you could see them both together. I'm trying to show them here. But I just like them plain. I don't like the ribbing. I like the plain sock. I don't know why. I just do. And I thought the ribbing was taking away from the prettiness of my sock. So I'm pulling out all that. I'm pulling that all out, and I'm going to redo it as a plain vanilla sock. Okay. So now you know what we're into a week into March now.
Yeah, and you're a bit of progress.
Yeah. Now it's going to go backwards.
It's going to go backwards.
Yeah. And I really don't have knitting mojo to knit on the socks. I really don't. But
at least you have a bit more time this month.
Oh yeah, great. I've already wasted a week.
Well, yeah. Well.
And taking them back now. I mean, every one of those little section colors on the two socks take me about an hour or so to knit those. Maybe a lot longer. I don't really time myself, so I don't know. You should. I probably should one day.
Yeah, because when I did it, without interruption. Yeah. When I did it, it was very interesting to see how much I could get done. And also how much I could get done over, like, oh, this is how much I got done when I just focused, and this is how much I got done when I was, like, pausing and stopping and checking, stuff, and this is how, it was interesting.
And I know for me, what takes up a lot of the time is moving the cords around, but I can't be doing socks on one needle. There's just no way for me because I can never have them match perfectly. They'll never be the same length. Just wouldn't work for me. That would be committing suicide.
Yeah, I've learned that I can't do them two at a time. Yeah. I could probably do them concurrently,
right?
But not on the same needle.
I love it. Yeah. I really love it. So yeah, that's my Desert Versailles March socks. We'll see.
So my socks. So now that I finished my March DVD socks, I'm working on all my other projects, and I think I showed this as a soon-to-be gem last time, and this was going to be my bonus pair to work on over March and April, so that I'd have a gift pair ready towards my Christmas gift pot. And as part of my bingo card, I'm trying to knit 2 pairs of pattern socks. Got one of those done already, so I picked out another pattern pair, and it's from a magazine which works towards my patterns from Stash School.
Magazines and
We'll see if I can get. We'll see. You know how I am with pattern socks. We had this issue with the last one.
Yeah.
I had a very slow start. I wasn't enjoying it. Pushed through. I did it, and you'll see.
But they turned out really nice.
They did turn out really nice, and I do really like this pair. But so this is what it looks like here.
So what is it? A rib going up the foot?
It's a rib going up the foot, and then it's like just a cable at the top, which I think is really pretty. There's the name. So Aryn Socks by Rachel Coopy. And this is from a knitter magazine that I had in Stash. And I showed last time that I was using, this also works towards using yarn purchased before 2017. Mm-hmm. So this was from a Rosie's Moments Christmas box.
Is that the 216 box? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I didn't get the Christmas box this year.
I love the silver and gold. It's a nice gold.
It's just a nice...
It's a nice...
cream and gold and silver, and there's a sparkle there.
Love it. It totally reminds me of New Year's Eve. Like, that's all I think of when I see that color.
So, are you ready to laugh?
Why laugh?
This is all I've got done. Because it's a pattern sock, and it's driving me crazy.
Oh, and it's top down.
It's top down. That works towards, I want to do 2 pairs of top down socks too. This sock, I have to finish them because they tick off so many boxes on my bingo. But this is all I have.
What are you knitting them on?
Maybe what am I knitting on?
What needles are those?
It's a knit picks.
Oh.
Because I like to save my Chiagu needles for my DVD pair because I swear I knit faster on them.
Okay.
So these are just knit picks.
And these are 2 millimeters?
Yeah. Yeah, no, they're fine.
What about your high highs?
I don't know. These are just the ones I found.
Okay.
The high highs are okay.
They're knitting up nice though.
But see, there's a twisted stitch in there. And so right now it's just a rib. And then I'm going to do probably about 2 inches of this. And then it kind of morphs into that cable. It starts to turn. Well, it does.
I know. Sounds funny.
It turns into that cable. And then I only have to do that cable down the leg. And then I can go back to a rib. So in theory, it shouldn't be too bad if I can just... Now, I will say, part of the reason why I haven't got very far is because as soon as my March socks were done, I've been working on other things. Right? So these are not my, like, of my other projects, these are not, like, my top priority. I do want to get 1 sock done this month, so I do need to work on these. But I've been working on the cardigan, and I've been working on, like, I want to just get that cardigan done, and I want to get, I picked out a whip to work on. So once that cardigan is done, no, I didn't, because I haven't touched it. I just brought it. So what I've been doing, and this is just this. I'm all about systems this year. So I have my sock system, right? My sock system where I get my DVD pair done, boom, and then I move on. And I have my bonus pair. That's part of my system, and then so
your whip.
I bring out a whip. So part of my system now is at the beginning of the month, I bring out all the projects and all the yarn and prep everything for what I want to work on.
Right.
And I put it in my knitting area, which is now my couch. I have a spot. I'm a Sheldon. I have a spot, and I get upset.
Do you now have a spot? You're sitting in my spot on the couch.
Yeah, I have a spot, and I put kind of like this.
Yeah.
I have my project bags on the back of the couch with everything I want to work on. So when I focus on one project and get that done, there's no, okay, well, now what do I do? Because now I just have another bag. Okay, so now I'm going to be working on this, right? So I have my cardigan.
She's organized.
I have my cardigan I want to finish. I have these socks that I need to get one done of. And then I brought out a whip. That's an old sweater for myself. And then once these are done, I'm going to start tackling that whip. And for as long as it takes me to finish that, it will stay in my knitting area.
That's
and
good.
Then and then at the end of the month I see what I got done, my goals, and then my next month and I bring out my projects and I have a system.
Excellent.
I have a system.
And it's working.
It's keeping me motivated. It's keeping me like, you know, because I have all these things I want to start. There's a couple of cowls and stuff, but I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait. That's gonna be my April because we've got a thing, right?
We have a thing.
We have a thing. So I was like, nope, I'm not gonna cast those on. Those aren't even in my brain right now. I'm putting them aside to April.
I know we wrote it down. It's been a while. That was before Christmas we talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, we have something planned. So
April. Oh yes, because I want to bring out all that stuff.
So all those, like I want a cowl, I want to do a cowl, and there's a hat. So I'm like, no, I'm gonna wait.
Shawl and mitts. And,
I'm gonna wait till April.
So excited.
So those are my April plans.
Okay.
Yeah.
So excited.
So those are my meager start of my socks.
And show your bag. Oh, I forgot to show mine.
So I have some more pins.
I need to. Yes.
They're not going to grow from this. I'm happy with this collection.
That's okay.
I have my It's Too Peoply pin. So this is my Trappings and Trinkets bag. I really like her bags.
I love her bag.
I have my It's Too Peoply outside. And then I have a kind of grumpy cat. It's not the official grumpy cat, but
That's okay.
It's a cat that looks rather unamused. And then I have this one here. There we go. Okay. I don't know if you're going to be... Can you read that? It has a bad word in it.
I can't read
it has a bad word, so if you don't like bad words, just kind of glare over it.
So just say the bleep.
It says to do. 1. Drink tea. 2. Make bleep. 3. Pet animals. And 4. Die. It's my life to-do list.
What's the... Oh, okay. I get it.
Make poop, basically, but think of another word.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's your life to do.
Yeah.
Drink tea, pet animals, make stuff, and then die.
Yeah, mine would be knitting in there.
Yeah.
Did you put that on there?
No, that's what it came with.
Oh, it's engraved. I see.
Yeah.
Very cool. That's funny how that works out.
That's my,
Yeah, I like it. I like that grumpy cat is so cute.
It's like not really grumpy.
Persian
He's
cat.
just...
But I love her bags.
Yes.
I love how she does her.
I do love her bags.
Her closures on her bags
she
are
likes
my
how they end up.
absolute. Yeah. Like how can you not love that?
She likes
it seals completely and Sorry, if you're in the bag, your zipper should close on your bag.
I've been watching her bag. She's
because
got drawstrings now.
I saw that because that's the whole point of having a bag is it seals and there's nothing that can get in there, especially bugs.
Yeah, that's because you have bug issues. I don't have bug issues. So
I only have moth issues, but I want to shoot myself with them.
But
burn down my whole house and save
I
my
don't care
arm.
if my zipper's enclosed, but it's a nice touch. Okay, so and then my other one. You have one more too, right?
I have one more.
Okay, I have one more.
It's not very far, but I have it.
Oh, this is another one you're having conflicts with.
Yeah, everything this month, I'm telling you, I have a conflict with. Because February's just got my knitting mojo. And I don't lose my knitting mojo. Like, I'll knit through the summer where she sometimes loses it. I don't. I keep knitting. Yeah. It's not like...
I think when I lose my mojo, though, it's usually around showtime.
Yeah, because you have so much going on.
It's not that I don't want it. It's just I have a lot of other stuff going on.
Yeah, so...
my socks are a little more ahead than this hat is.
What? Your socks? Oh, yeah, they are. Okay, well, there's the case. First of all, let me show my awesome bag because I love it. I love it. This is my girlfriend that I met in SSK, and here's her card because I keep these carded. Hopkins, is it Hopkins Sewing Studio? Yeah, Hopkins Sewing Studio. So Money makes it. So I love it. So, and it has a little pocket on the front, and that's where I put her card in. And then let me show you the absolute stunning yarn. Okay, you'll see the reason it has yarn wound around here, because it was a nice pretty ball, is because I started a hat, got to about 1 inch or so of ribbing, tried it on, and then realized it was like this much too big, and double that. So it was about 4 inches too big. And then I ripped it all out. But this is gorgeous. It's Essence of Autumn. I love it. I love the colors. The colors are what got me. It's so soft. It's a, there's her, my finger, it doesn't help when I cover it. There is, it's 100%, it is a superwash merino, 100% superwash merino. And
but it's a single.
It's a single. It's 225 yards. It's called Garden Party, the colorway. She's Canadian. Phenomenal. She's got gorgeous colors. This was my one purchase at the Knitter's Frolic last year.
I thought it was the Kitchener.
Oh, Kitchener. Sorry, my bad. You're right. Kitchener. My one purchase. My other purchase was Christina's Cozy Knitter because I've never had her socks and I wanted a pair. But that was it. That was all I got. One stripy pair and something else. I restrained myself from going way overboard. But I would buy her yarn again. She does phenomenal colorways. Now, yes, it's a single, and I don't mind working with singles. You have no.
I think for a hat,
it
suits a hat.
But yeah, so there's my hat, people. Now, as I said, I knitted on 5mm needles. I even tried my new Likey needles, whatever you want to call them, Leica, whatever. I tried these. I actually didn't mind knitting with them. It takes a little bit of getting used to because the needles are like this big, and I'm used to holding a whole needle in my hand. So like these are, when I knit like this, and I can feel it in my palm. These were like my first 3 fingers, so I was like this knitting, and it felt really weird, but I was doing good. I went through 1 inch with no problem, and then the hat was too big. So I ripped it out, which was a pain in the butt because this is fuzzy, and it sticks and pulls, and God knows what else it does, and it drove me nuts. And then I recast it on actually I didn't even recast on. I think I pulled it out enough to get the one row. And then oh no, I had to recast on, that's right. I recast on because I went down 4s thinking, hey, 4mm needles with still about 80 something stitches should fit my head. Now it's just way too small. All my other patterns on worsted fit, so I didn't understand. Was it because the single doesn't give as much stretch, and maybe that's why?
Yeah, it might be. Yeah, because singles, there's no, it's just that,
yeah, there's no stretch to it. Yeah, so there's no stretch. So now, thank God I tried this on again, even though with the 2 rows on there, and it's still small. So now I'm taking out the 1 row, and we're going back to the beginning of the cast on row, and I'm going to add some more stitches on there. And then I'm going to knit a hat. So I'm now torn again because originally I wanted to use a fray pattern or something in my favorites so that I could, you know, try to use stuff up in there. I wouldn't have to.
Did you look through patterns that you own? Like ones that you bought in the past?
I went through my hats. I went through worsteds. I went through everything. So I gotta go back to my favorites here. So I did, and I found 2 patterns, and I thought, okay, well, these would be great. One of them, you know, I thought, hey, I want to show off the color. Like, I really wanted to show off the color in the yarn. And I also went through all the free patterns on Ravelry and figured, let me just look to see if there's anything extra. So I found this one. I thought it would be super nice because it was simple. And it had that nice line like going up the side.
Slip stitch or something.
Yeah, it's a slip stitch. And I figured it was all knitted. It was going to be easy. It was going to be pretty. It had a little bit of sledge that I like. And it would work great. That's where I cast it on with the 5s. Because they said to cast on with 5.5s. I'm like, that I knew would be way too big. So I figured 5s I can get away with 80 stitches on there for like my little small head. I figured that should work. No, Tiffany was wrong. This is a Loft by Kristen Finley from Skein. The other one that I looked at, which was funny, is a cabled hat. And you know how I felt about doing cables last time? I like them, but I don't. They're a lot of work. I don't know. I don't know if I want to do it again. I do like this hat. This is I like it because it's a larger cable. It's chunkier looking. I just don't know if this colorway is going to look good in that.
We were discussing this before we started because it's variegated, but it's kind of all in a family, so it's not high contrast variegated.
Right.
So it might be okay, but then you're still not going to see the cables as well as if it was a solid.
Yeah.
But it's a really pretty hat.
It is. And if you guys have any recommendations of hats worsted in a free pattern, so that's what I try to avoid, was buying something new. I didn't really want to. I have a lot of patterns there and stuff I bought too, and then I buy patterns and I don't use them. Isn't that terrible of me? Because then I find something like, oh, it's free, and I find something else, or
it's on a discount. You're like, oh, it's on a discount. Yeah. And then I'm like, if you don't use it, that's still wasted money.
Wasted money.
Yeah, it's like you could have just not bought it.
So I've bought tons of patterns this past couple of years, and I don't know if I've ever really used any of them, maybe 1 or 2. I just want to knit this up. It's so pretty. I've been dying, ask her, I've been dying to knit this up. And then add the pom-pom on my hat. And we would be good. And then I was even thinking I might not even do a black pom-pom to bring out the black. I have pink pom-poms.
I think you'll have to finish the hat and see.
I have to see which one. Black. I like the black too.
The black kind of brings out these dark.
The black was I bought for this,
But the pink might look nice too. I think you have to finish it and then just see.
We'll see. But now I don't know what to do for the hat pattern anymore. I don't know if I should go back to the
So now she still doesn't know which one.
I don't know if I should do a cable. I hate pulling this out because it's sticking. And at one point it just feels like it's going to snap. I'm just like...
I don't think it's going to snap because it's worsted weight, but it's going to be fuzzy. You'll probably have to shave a little bit of the beginning.
I don't care about shaving it. You know, that doesn't bother me. I do. But it fits in my little sock bag, which is funny. It fits really well, and I love it. I wanted bright colors. It's spring. People, it's spring. Spring's in the air, even though it's cold.
It is gorgeously sunny today.
It's the sun. It's about the sun. I love
winter is hanging on by a thread. We keep getting these dustings of snow.
I know.
But
poor states. I feel sorry for you guys in New York. Oh my God.
We just have dusting. For once, we are not like
I know. We didn't get hit hard. I feel sorry for you guys.
Dusting, but I can tell spring is like just eking in. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Very exciting.
I know, it's exciting. Usually around frolic time, there's some years where we've stood in line with t-shirts.
That's true.
Remember that?
Yeah.
And there's some years where we're like bundled up because it's cold.
I forget if I mentioned that. We saw our chipmunk. That's always the first sign for me.
That's right.
Yeah, our chipmunk comes out of hibernation. We saw him about 2 weeks ago, and then he pops back in for a little bit, and then he'll come out for good. So the first chipmunk sighting is always the sign for me that spring is on the way. He's kind of like my own personal groundhog. And I find him to be more accurate. So
I was going to say, it's probably funny. I'm sure it is.
Yeah, because I was looking at my Instagram, because you know how it dates everything?
Yeah.
And last year, my first chipmunk sighting was, I think, a week later than this year.
Right.
And then right after, we got some snow.
That's right.
And then spring came. So
we had hail, I think it was May or June last year.
Yeah, it was something crazy. But so I'm like, okay, I saw my chipmunk. We're getting our snow. Our last little, like, you know, here's some snow. Yeah, haha, winter's not over. And then spring will be here. So I know it's coming. Okay, so my final whip. I am working on my Arctic coast.
Another Avery project.
Another Avery project that I told you. The only reason I started this was because of Christy.
That's right.
And she finished hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I watched her latest podcast. She finished it. And
nice.
Okay, I think I'd be done mine too if I wasn't trying to finish the other one in time for the end of the month. Because I knew I wasn't going to finish this. Okay. I knew I wouldn't finish this to get it entered into the just one more row thing. So I focused on the other one because I knew I could finish that one. If I didn't have to do that, I think I would have finished it.
Oh yeah, because when you left here, our last podcast, you were just at the...
I was just at the top yoke. I was like 2 stripes in. And over that weekend, I almost finished the body.
Yeah, I know. I saw that.
And if I could have kept going at that pace, it would have been done. But I knew I wouldn't finish the sleeves for the end of the month. And so I just... I was like, you know what? I need to focus on the other one.
I'm excited to see this. Because you left off at the pink right underneath the sleeve.
Yeah, so last time I showed this, I was down... I was right here. Yeah. That's how much I had done. And now I have the full body done.
That's awesome. Look how nice it turned out.
I have the full body done, and I have one sleeve done.
Yay!
Yeah. Let's go this way. So I have one sleeve and the body. And considering these are, okay, funny. Not ha-ha funny. Not ha-ha funny. More interesting funny. So these are all scraps from other Avery projects. And I did not plan their order other than just going by how much I had. So gram-wise, I weighed all my balls. And I started with the one I had the least of. I only had like, I don't know,
I like how you
10 grams of this one. Okay.
You did like the thicker row and a thinner row.
I did that, and that was only because of the amount I had. So I started with the color that I had the least of.
Right.
Went to the color I had the next least of, next least, etc., to the one that I had the most of. But if you look at how that worked out, okay.
It works out perfectly.
So variegated.
Yeah.
And then these 3 stripes, all these colors are in this variegated.
Yeah.
This variegated, all these 3 stripes, these colors here, are kind of in this variegated. Yeah. So it kind of worked out in a weird pattern.
Looks great.
That wasn't, I did not like arrange the colors. It was purely based on how much I had. Now last time I had said that the yellow, I had showed the yellow and that was going to be my last color. However, I didn't want to end on the yellow. I felt it needed something to kind of ground it.
Good choice. So
I went searching through, I didn't have any more scraps, but what I had, and I think this color works perfectly as kind of just just to finish off the look. And then it's 3 tonals, 1 variegated, 3 tonals, 1 variegated. It just kind of finishes it off nicely.
Yeah.
I am knitting straight from an old Avery sweater. You see that little strand there?
Oh, you're undoing it.
I'm undoing it, and the reason I'm undoing it, this is something I made her when she was like 18 months old. You see this?
Oh no, there's a hole in it.
You see that big hole?
Where was that from?
I have no idea. But it's...
Do you have bugs in your house?
No, sometimes things just snag.
Onto what?
Stuff in my house. No, but like, I know, she snags things. Anyway.
That's good though. At least
yeah,
you're using
so this was
recycled
like this, and I was like, you know what? I do not want to fix that hole. I don't know where the yarn is. I just have no desire to fix this. So it's just been lying around, and I decided to unroll it.
Yeah.
And now I'm putting it into
it's like knitting from
this sweater. Kind of, yeah.
Yeah. I think it's nice. I like the colors. It works well. It's.
I think everything kind of
does
goes.
Does it give her good length? Because it looks
it's
like
good
it's
length.
Yeah, and then you still have to pick up for the.
I still have to do the button bands.
The button bands.
And I'm gonna do kind of what they showed. Here, I'll show another project because I love how they did this. I'm gonna do something like this one where they change the button colors based on the stripes.
Yes, I've seen that.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Fabricland and try and find
to match the
buttons to coordinate with the stripes.
Yeah.
Now the only thing I'm debating is I tried this on her yesterday and it's perfect. And when I was like, oh, should I rip back and do a double cuff so that I can fold it over and then as she grows?
Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna leave it and put this yarn aside. And if when she outgrows this length, she still likes this sweater,
yeah,
I can always rip back and add more.
Yeah.
Or I can rip back here and add another stripe sequence or something. But I think for now I just want to move on. I want to move on to the other sleeve. I want to do the ribbing. Like this is where I'm working on a cross stitch right now that I need to finish. But after that, this is where all your attention. Yeah. This is where all my attention will go to, so I feel like I will finish this fairly quickly after I can devote my time to it.
You'll have this done for March.
Oh yeah, it'll be done by March, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because the cross stitch, I will finish the cross stitch today. So like as of tomorrow, I can start booking it on this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be done. Probably by this week, the end of this week. But I'm really happy, considering this is all scraps. I am so happy with it.
Oh yeah, when you left last time, you were here on the pink, so like
I just
that's
think
a
it's
lot
so
of work
much
you
fun.
did, and I do.
Girls are so much fun. Like I would never wear this.
Well, you're not 6.
But she's 6, that's what I am. Like 6-year-old girls are so much fun. She doesn't care. Some of the outfits she picks for school, I'm like, okay. But like she
yeah, I know. I've seen them, I'm like, wow. That's what she's wearing to school?
Yeah, this is gonna be, and you know what, I'll even
and then you
I've stopped, I know, but I've stopped at this age anyway. I've stopped trying to say, well, don't you think you should maybe like pick a color that matches? She's like, it's okay, Mom. I like it. I'm like, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Okay.
But yeah, I was telling my hubby the other day that I would love to knit myself a bright pink sweater.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's hot pink or just a bright pink or something. But I'm like a cardigan, a sweater. I'd wear it.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't you think that's a little like too little girl kind of? No. I could totally wear it.
There are grown women clothes that come.
I
pink.
love pink.
Now I don't know if you'd want to do something crazy, but like just a solid pink, like a solid bright color. That's very like that's. I don't want to say it's not on trend, but like you can find that in the store. It.
Especially if it's a cardigan or something, like something you wear over something. Like totally I could wear. Yeah, it doesn't always have to be solid.
See, I would make a pullover that you could wear with those, those floral leggings you got.
Yeah, I wear this a lot.
Yeah, you could wear.
But that's the new tunic by Hohi. She did those in singles. But
do that in bright pink.
Oh my god, that's a lot of fingering weight to knit.
I know, but you would wear it all the time with those leggings.
God.
They're really pretty.
That's what I was wearing the other day. We went out for dinner, and I was wearing those leggings.
Yeah, they're really pretty.
I was wearing sloppy clothes. I didn't feel like getting dressed for dinner.
I know, but
it was a date night. So,
but something like that just makes it like.
I wore a black sweatshirt that has a nice collar, and it's not long enough that where I like it, but it still looked fine. And I was wearing those leggings. He's like, "Aren't those?" And we're at night times. He's like, "Aren't those bright?" Not for me, they're not. I was like, I love them. I don't know
if you had like a pink lip to go with them, you would look all finished and polished and
I was wearing black. I had my lip gloss on, like a nice lip gloss, but I was just like,
you would be totally comfortable.
I was fine with wearing it.
Looking very polished.
Didn't bother me. Yeah. I didn't find them bright. I loved the pink in them. Like those are my favorite. Like
I actually really like those too, but they're a little too bold for me.
No.
They were on sale. They were on sale this past week.
I bought mine on sale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I bought they were having a sale.
I
30% on all their bold prints.
I'm not buying anything right now.
I'm buying those damask ones.
I don't need to buy. Were they on sale?
No.
Oh.
But I'm gonna
let me know when they go on sale.
I'm gonna buy this one.
I don't need to buy anything. I'm trying not to buy anything at all. I don't need anything right now. What I need is I could go on.
I'm not buying Aryn, but I'm gonna spend all my wanting to buy things onto like leggings and patterns and like tools and.
No, I don't need to buy stuff. I
actually haven't been buying a lot of stuff.
I don't need to buy stuff. I want to wait for when I do want it or when I want to spoil myself for Aryn.
I want those leggings though. Okay. I have something I haven't had in a long time.
What? Oh, she's got spinning. What is that one again?
Diamond cutting.
Diamond cutting, that's right.
I can't even remember the last time I had spinning.
It's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So I have diamond cutting.
Okay.
And it goes with part of my bingo.
Nice. I like her yarn.
Yeah.
She's still on.
Totally.
just need to knit
She
faster.
changed her name. I think she changed her name.
Did she?
I think so.
It's not totally inked anymore?
No, I think she changed her name. So over the course of the year,
Yeah.
I want to spin 6 skeins of yarn. And then I've broken that down further into 3 squares on my bingo.
Right.
2 bulky skeins, 2 sock weight skeins, and 2 gradient skeins. So I'm tackling my bulky skeins first because...
Yeah, the other one you did for Avery's hat, that was a bulky.
But that was a knitting with hand spun. I didn't actually spin that this year.
Oh, you did spin that this year? Oh, I thought you did.
So I want to make 3 projects with hand spun, but I want to spin...
Okay.
Yeah. So this is the first of my skeins spun this year. So I'm going to try and stick to every 2 months, by the end of each 2-month period, to have a skein done, because that will give me my 6 over a year.
Very cool.
But this is my first bulky skein.
Oh my god, it's like a little baby's head.
It's yeah. And I did one where I took 2 totally different braids of fiber.
Yeah.
And put them together, and I know you hate it, but I don't care. She likes chain ply.
I don't like rubber gloves, sorry.
She doesn't. So I took this one here.
I know, it's stunning.
This is Venus from Totally Ink Yarns, who is now something else, but I'll link it in the show notes.
Changed.
It's something,
Look it
I
up.
don't remember. She changed her Instagram name, so...
But it's the same thing though, like we just follow the same one?
Yeah, it just changes.
Okay.
That's why I don't know it, because I just know it's her, but I don't remember her name. And then this one by Vivid, I picked this up at Lynn's. So can you imagine in your head what those 2 braids mashed up look like?
It'd be stunning in the
Picture
chain
it,
play.
okay? Picture it. But it wouldn't work as a chain play.
It could
Each
work.
one separately as a chain play.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I don't want to do that.
I know, you wanted to combine them.
Look at that.
Actually, the colors turned out stunning.
Yeah. It's just like a big, because it's 2 4-ounce braids. So
It's like a baby.
yeah.
It's like a...
It's like 200 grams. I think I weighed it and it's 200 grams.
Oh,
So yeah,
that's
this
nice,
is
though.
enough to make like a nice squishy cowl.
Is that what you're going to do with
Maybe.
cowl out of this?
Maybe.
It's really nice.
This would be nice for cowl. And it's got grays in it, so it would go with my gray coat. And it would be a nice little pop of color.
But you don't have to have gray to go with your gray coat. You could just have all that pop of color with
I
your
know, but
gray
I'm
coat.
saying there's gray in it.
Yeah, I know, but you don't have to have it, I'm saying.
It just kind of ties it in.
You don't need to.
And then I'd have this, well, I'm just
Stunning.
saying that it would look nice with my gray coat.
It's stunning. That would look nice with gray, with black. You could add it on purple. You could add it on blue. Any of those colors in
And
there.
you know what would be nice with this? I think this is what I'm going to do with it, because I could pick out any of these colors to do like a hat with.
Yes.
And then it would still all go, right? So I could have like a turquoise hat or a purple hat. I could do a gray hat. I could do all different kinds of like different hats. But I could wear this with my gray coat and this.
It would be stunning.
I think that's what I'm going to do.
But it's funny because you only wear so many neck things. Like you have
I have
2 shawls
but
that
you know what I
wear.
need? I know, but I need one that kind of like snugs up. Because I have my exploration station that I can wrap around. But it's not like I want one that I can kind of wear under my coat that kind of like
I get it.
comes up and like so I think this would work for that.
That would.
Yeah.
And I think it would be stunning. Like the colors are stunning.
Yeah, I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
and when I actually worked on it, it didn't went by quickly. It's just I don't spin as much as I knit. But it's very soft and I haven't given it a bath and look at
wow, that's really nice. You did a great job.
Yeah, look at that. All those different colors and that. So yeah. That's
really
a good,
nice.
Better. That. Yeah. So I'm pleased.
So yeah, I still don't have a need for spinning or a want or a...
It's like me and weaving. I'm like, I have no desire to weave.
Nothing, you know. And yeah, even when I tried it, just wasn't my thing yet.
Yeah. Whereas like when I started
I say
spinning,
because you never know. They
yeah, it's just I knew I wanted to spin, and I went right to a wheel. And when I tried it, I was just like, "Yep, I like this."
Yeah, no,
that didn't work very well.
I tried the Hansen spinner, the mini spinner.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd like that as much. It would be nice to be in my spot and just spin, because I lie down in my spot. But
I didn't try the treadle. Like I've treadled.
I do like sitting at my wheel.
I don't know. I just see back pain when I sit at the.
I think if you have the right sitting arrangement.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
Okay. So that's everything we have, and Aryn has this like smirky smile on her face with a big grin in there because she received
a
box of enabling
with nothing I purchased.
That's right. That's why she's kind of grinning. And she got some great stuff, and she's going to share with us. So now
just a little bit.
This is Diamonds Are a Girl's Best Friend.
Yeah. Before I go into my swap package, I'm going to show my February shipment for my Scrumptious Pearl Cartoon Favorites Club.
Can I see it?
No. Alright. So this is it here. See that? Toy Story. So it's based on Toy Story. It's called Snake in My Boot.
Oh, because I was gonna say Toy Story is bright colors and like I didn't understand.
And
it
Dennis,
is like a yellow green.
this was my Christmas present from Dennis.
The club.
The club. I suggested it to him, and he surprisingly went for it.
And that's what I told her. I'm like, give him a list of stuff that you want. And I said, most husbands will buy you things because they don't know what to get you.
I didn't ask him for the one that came with the mini, but he got me the one that came with the mini.
Because he's smart.
Yeah. So again, I was saying,
Smarty pants.
I actually really like this combination of colors.
For
I like
men,
for men, yeah. But I'm like,
your brothers.
I would have to make it for my brothers unless I did what we talked about before and made the foot in like a Regia or a Peyton's Croy, and then the leg in this, because Dennis will wear through this.
They're not the foot, the heel. It's more, isn't it the heel
no,
he
it's
wears
the foot.
through?
The whole foot looks like crap.
Oh, okay.
Like,
but you could do a brown or you could do a green and then do this for the leg on right up.
And I like that idea for the first month I got, because then I could make myself a pair too.
Yeah.
And I could make myself a pair with this, but I don't.
But you could still make your brothers a pair with this.
Yes, I could do that.
And do Dennis's socks with it too.
Yes, I could do that. But like I kind of want, because this was a Christmas gift for him, I was like, oh, it'd be nice if I could make them either for myself or for him, or But I don't. I'm sure if I had to wear these, I would.
Fishing wire.
I just like brighter. I like brighter colors. What?
Fishing wire. We knit it with fishing wire, so it would give it the strength and durability. Then you'd be left with a fishing wire and no sock left.
I'm not knitting it with fishing wire. No,
I was just joking.
I'm excited. I'm kind of hoping that the last month will have some more feminine colors. Because the first 2 months have been very...
Oh, is it how many pounds?
He got me a 3 month.
Oh, okay.
So I just have 1 more month left. And the first month was bright.
This is February?
This is February.
Oh, so March. Yeah, hopefully she'll do something spring.
It would be nice to get one shipment where I'm like, yes, I want socks in that.
Yeah.
Because so far it's like the first month I was like, yeah, I could wear socks in that and then make some for Dennis with the other half. And this one I'm like,
this is totally men's.
I could make this. Like, this would be more Dennis. I was like, I don't know if I'd want socks with this. It would be nice to get 1 more month where it's just like, yes, I want those in socks for me, the whole thing. Yes.
Yeah, see, those are not my colors.
No,
I do like that brown though, I have to say.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I like
the brown. I like the way it looks for men, but
I like the combination. I think this is a really pretty combination.
Like that brown with a nice pink would be stunning.
And I actually think this is a really pretty brown.
That's what I was saying. I like the brown.
But it's not something where I'm like, yes, I want these socks. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just want 1 month where I'm just like, yes, these are mine. Okay. So other than that,
becoming a sockaholic here now for herself.
I'm enjoying wearing them. Now I'm not good. As soon as it gets warm enough for sandals, I'm not wearing socks. I wear my sandals basically from say April to November. But for that winter period, I am enjoying wearing socks. Okay, so the rest of my enabling, actually I might show these first. I got these on Amazon and I thought I'd share them. I was ordering
some we talked about?
No. Oh. I was ordering some other stuff and I wanted to get to the $35 free shipping. And so I found these little guys.
Isn't that what we talked about?
No, because...
What did they say?
It just says handmade.
Yeah, so we were talking about tags.
I know, but we weren't talking... It wasn't... When I got these was nowhere near when we talked about that.
Oh.
Okay. This was just okay. Oh, let's see. It's
just a wooden handmade, and they just say handmade?
It's just a little wooden tag that says handmade. They're not too big, so I think if they were on a hat or something. And you get 150 of them.
Holy, that's a lot. Can you pick what you want on there, or do they just come? Oh,
no, it wasn't custom. So, like, if you want custom, you'd have to go Etsy. This was just, they all say handmade. But I'll link to the listing that I got them at.
That is really cute.
But you get, like, 150 of them. So, like, for gifts and stuff, if I just want to put a little tag on them, I can do that. Like, I still want to look... I haven't figured out what kind of design I want to do. I do want to get some custom ones. For like when I make things for Avery to like put on there, and like if I were to make myself garments, but like if I were just to make someone, like let's say I made the bus driver a hat, I could put one of these on them. But I was happy. 150. I can put some in packages and stuff too.
Well, what's her name does them? Barb. She makes them. They're out of like a material or something, right?
Yeah.
She does like I want like a heart, and I want my initials like somewhere in the bottom of it or something. Or I want the heart to come around and like the loop to go into my initials, because I do a weird initial for myself anyways, and it has like a circle.
I need to figure out what I would want my design to be, and then there's a bunch of Etsy companies. I don't know if she does custom though.
I don't. I think she has her. I think she does. Yeah.
She has her set
set ones. That's why.
There are companies that will do custom. Okay, so my final bit of enabling. I am a moderator in the color swap on Ravelry, and the way we run our swaps is we have 2 budget groups. This is a new thing because we've been trying to work out to accommodate different people.
That's right.
We have a luxe swap where you have to spend a minimum of X amount, and we have a budget swap where you have to spend within a range, and it's a lower range. So we just finished our first swap of the year, and it was a small comforts themed swap. And I was paired with, I was in a luxe group, so we did a luxe swap, or I did a luxe swap. So this is, I just brought the yarn.
Oh my God.
I just brought the yarn.
She told me about this, but I didn't realize it was this. Wow.
I have pictures. I don't know if I'm going to put them on Instagram. I might show you after.
Okay.
Oh, did I take them with this phone? I think I did. But if you go into my Ravelry projects page, to make it easier to post a thank you in the group with pictures, I put it into a project page. So if you go look for 2018 swaps, you'll see the picture of everything I got. It was bananas. This person just spoiled me rotten.
That's
so
nice.
the yarn that I got.
It's nice to get spoiled rotten once in a while.
In the color group, you pick kind of a color theme. So mine was grays with pops of color. So that's what she went with.
I love this.
So I got color. 2 skeins of vintage in composition book gray. So it's a beautiful gray. I might even try when we have our birthday purchase.
Yeah.
Find a store that sells this and get more to make a garment, because this would totally go like a not a boxy sweater, but that kind of like
I know
sweater would I would pretty much live in that, I think. So I really like that. 2 of those.
That's nice.
She got me 2 of these because it was on my wish list.
I like these.
This is one of Knit Pick's new yarns, and I really wanted to try it. And so she got me 2 of these. It's like a bulky single.
Oh, it's a super bulky.
Yeah, super bulky. But I just loved how the kind of speckling looked.
I love it. Yeah, I like the color of it too.
So she got me 2 of those.
That's pretty.
It's so soft.
It is so soft.
And then she got me this.
Love that.
So grays with pops of color.
Oh, I love that.
So Knitwise Fibers.
And what's it called?
Look, it's called
Nowhere. Yeah, very cool.
Look at all those.
That's beautiful.
Isn't that pretty?
That is beautiful.
So this is the yarn she got me, and then she went bananas with extras. I only brought 2 of them. So this has been on my list of things I've been really wanting to buy, but I just have been putting off, and she got me. So we've been talking about Sock Fit.
That's awesome.
I am going to be going through this now and giving it a good read, and I might be trying some of this stuff on my future socks.
Yes, so you can find something that fits your feet.
I will let you know what I think about this. So I was very excited to find this in my box.
This is beautiful.
And then you have to include something handmade in our swaps, and she made me socks.
Oh my God, that's stunning.
She made me socks. Look at this
color.
color.
These will probably knit up like something similar.
Similar, but I don't think it's not the same.
Much, no.
Look at this.
Really nice.
It's grays with, look at those pops. And it's just like a slip stitch. I don't know what the pattern is, but, and it looks like it's,
Is it a top down with that?
I don't know, because sometimes you can do toe up socks that look like that now too,
Can't
right?
you tell if it's a toe up though?
I don't know.
You can tell when it's kitchen.
I could probably tell if she kitchenered it or not.
You always can tell if it's kitchenered.
I didn't look that closely. Anyway, she made me socks.
That's all that counts, is someone actually made you socks.
I think it's kitchenered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got a ridge there. So I think they're top down.
They are so
But
pretty
they're,
though.
yeah, they're a
color's
nice,
great.
comfy sock. Very soft. I love the color. So I was very happy with these. And then she got me like, oh my God, she got me popcorn, and she sent me a flavored oil to go with the popcorn. She sent me a DVD.
Nice.
She sent me, my small comfort was pedicures. I like to paint my nails in the summer. She sent me a whole box of like nail polishes and scrubs and tools and like stuff like that. She sent a whole bunch of stuff for Avery, like those little surprise packs.
Yes.
A whole bunch of stuff for Avery. She sent like, I can't even go, like it was bananas. This box was never ending. It was awesome.
These are really nice. And did you try these on already?
I have. They do fit.
Wow, she nailed it for you.
Yeah, because she actually said,
nice.
I had her in a swap several years ago, and I sent her that Sockies tool.
Oh, nice.
So she said that she used that, because I have in my profile helping my feeder.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so
that's
that was a
excellent.
very fun package to open. So that's
very
all my
nice.
enabling.
These are nice. This is really, really
really
nice. Here you go. I try. She'd be like, "Where is it?"
Yeah, because this is either I don't know if this would be socks or if I would. If you know how I'm trying to combine yarns to do a faded something.
Yes,
this would work really well with the one I'm planning.
Yes, with all the grays.
Yeah.
Yes, it would. Yeah.
And then I could have it. I think it would last longer than if I made socks with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my stuff.
Excellent. That's it. That's all we got.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. Excellent. So in the next 2 weeks, are you going to have a lot of knitting because it's March break coming up?
It is, but she is not going to be around the whole time, so I should still have some knitting.
Excellent. And you're starting to show prep now?
I'm doing a little bit every day, so I'm not in freak out mode yet. But
because it's not April yet.
April 1st, like I said before, April 1st,
yeah.
I will survey because I'm trying to do a little bit every day. I've ordered all the things I need.
Okay.
For the frolic, like in terms of supplies that might take a while to get here, or other things. Like I've ordered everything.
Excellent. That's good.
I have fabrics that I've been,
yes,
gathering.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of every day I'm just doing a little bit, and so at the end of the month I'll kind of see what I have, and then go from there.
And then she goes into.
And then, like I said, what did I say? It would be like, how much do I have to freak out now?
Yeah.
So April 1st, I'll survey what I've done and how much do I need to freak out now. Yeah.
Well, do you know? Are you keeping track now of how much you're doing?
I have a rough idea, of how much I have.
So by the end of this month, if you stay on this track, are you very far off from what you're wanting?
No, I won't be very far off my final number.
Okay, so hopefully she won't be in too much of a panic mode.
And April,
but it's all the little things though that you don't.
It's the little things.
Because you right now are working on bags alone, right?
I'm just working on bags, but I'm planning on. Usually, what sets me okay, we're going into a whole thing. If you're still here,
it's okay.
Usually, maybe you're interested in show prep, right?
I don't know. Maybe you're interested. It's very different, and a lot of people do it or know about it.
Like,
so
it is a lot of back work. Like it's a lot of work that you don't see in the background.
Right.
And usually, what I find in that last week or 2 weeks, what I'm absolutely scrambling to do is I've made all these bags, awesome. I have like 200 bags, great. But if you know my bags, I do matching stitch markers for all my bags. And so all of a sudden I'm like, crap, I have like 200 sets of stitch markers I have to make in order for these bags to be like finished and ready to sell. So what I'm trying to do is as I gather little piles of finished bags, I'm going to sit down for a day or two and make the stitch markers for those bags.
That's a good thing.
Put those aside. And then, make another big pile of bags, sit down for a day or two, make those stitch markers for those bags. Another thing that I find I'm working on last minute is like my needle cozies.
Right.
But I have a lot from Kitchener that I had left over that I did not put in the shop. So I kind of have...
Frolic is what, end of April?
End of April.
Is that April long weekend?
No.
What am I thinking of?
It's the 28th. The 28th
That's okay.
of April.
I'm thinking of something else.
If you're in the Toronto area, there's Frolic.
Oh, it's the end of March. March is the long weekend.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry.
Yeah. So I have a lot of needle cozies that I put aside.
Oh, nice.
So I probably won't have to make as many as I normally have to make.
I'm always there to help if you need me to help you with putting things together.
I've kind of gotten into groove where I don't need help as much anymore, but I have some new ideas, some new products that I've planned.
I can't wait.
So we'll all depend on if those materials come in time. I have plans on doing a lot of sock blanks. I'm going to have sock sets, and I'm going to have a sport weight yarn.
Nice. For socks?
You could use it for socks. It's going to be a 75-25 sport weight.
I would love to make myself a sport weight pair of socks. Just
so
for a house sock, like something to wear around.
I don't go heavy into the yarns.
My winter boots.
Yeah, I don't go heavy into the yarns because they're not my primary focus. But those are my plans. I'm going to have my sock weight, my sock sets. So a 75-25 fingering weight, a sock set of that, and then a 75-25 sport weight, and then my sock blanks. That's what I'm going to have.
Nice.
And dyeing is something I can do in the last weeks of April.
Great.
Because it's something I can do in batches and put outside because it'll be warm enough to
dry.
So right now my focus is sewing. But that's a whole bunch of stuff that you didn't really need to know about.
But it's good to know though, because
like I said, maybe you're interested. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll be happy to ask to answer them. But
all these dyers too out there that do show preps or
I'm in 4 shows this year.
I know, that's a lot. I'm super excited.
I usually only do 2. I'm
super excited. Actually, I'm excited for the Kawartha one.
I'm in the Kawartha one. There's 2 new shows that
I'm excited for that one.
There's one in Barrie.
They have some interesting classes, and Debbie Gimmel's going to be there teaching. I saw that too. But there's 7 bag makers, and I think including you for that show.
I'm not surprised because bag makers that's just more popular.
So Catherine's going to be there too. Exact Stitches, which is nice.
Jess
Jess is going to be there, which is nice. I'll be able to see her. So I'm excited to go to that show. Gives me another show to buy yarn from if I need to.
Yeah, because in our rules we said we can buy a planned project and an impulse purchase at any show we attend. So the more shows we go to, the more yarn we
Doesn't mean I have to knit that planned project. Just means I need to have a planned project.
You just have to go there with a planned project.
That's right.
Yes.
So I could find like this biggest fade shawl or something I want, but requires 7 skeins of yarn if I wanted to, and be like, this is what I'll be making. Buy the yarn and be like, oh yeah, you know what? I changed my mind.
Technically, you could do that.
I know.
Yeah.
That's kind of cheating. There was a loophole.
It is a loophole, but it's not. It's
okay. I don't need that much yarn.
No, you wouldn't do that anyway.
I don't need that much yarn. It's hard. But there is some indie dyers that are going to be there that I noticed that I don't think I have any other yarn. And that's what it is I like to support people, even if I buy one skein from them. I like to support them because I think, hey,
and that's why we said we weren't going on a freeze.
Yes.
That's why we specifically were like, we're not going on a freeze.
4 shows this year.
We're just trying to keep us from just like, ooh, pretty, ooh, pretty, ooh, pretty.
And I haven't started traveling yet for this year either.
Yeah, and you have a travel rule. So
I have a travel rule, and we've but 4 shows. Mm-hmm. And you're not doing the other show, the Picton one, are you?
No, so that's one we can just go to.
Yeah, I like that show. That was
I
a lot
like
of
having
fun.
shows that we can just go to.
It's quite a bit of a drive, but it's a fun show though.
Just for fun and not have the stress of preparing for it. Same with Woolstock. I'd like to go to that again if we can.
I'd love to be able to go to Woolstock this year. Yeah. Last year, my sister had to get married on that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, really, out of all days in April or October, I mean, you have to pick that one day. And so, I couldn't go. Yeah. But I really had fun at Woolstock. That was, and we had a great, so for the 2 years we haven't been, and the weather wasn't good, watch, we're going to go again, and we're going to have great weather.
Of course we are.
Yeah. And maybe we can do the same thing, stop into Mary Maxim on the back for you, and
I can get some more mellow spun.
Mm-hmm. You're going to have to be, that will have to count as part of,
a planned purchase. That would have to be
for that whole, because then otherwise
it's not really a yarn crawl.
No, but it is.
It's part of the show.
It's part of the show.
Yeah. It's not part of the show, but it's part of our
because it's all that same day. It has to be that. Yeah, if we make it that day, then we're good. Yeah, so we're excited. I'm excited for your shows though.
Yeah, me too.
And it'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And so anything else?
I don't think so. I think that was more than enough.
That's okay. It gave people an insight into what you do behind the scenes.
And, like I said, if you have any questions, we actually have a questions thread in our group.
We do. And please, you guys, any questions you like, whatever. We've had how we met, how we.
Jen asked one
how
that
I
we haven't
knitted.
answered yet.
Oh.
We have to think about that one. It was one we had to think about.
Oh, it was one that we had to think about? I didn't read that. I'm sorry yet. Maybe
you did. You did. It's just
did I?
We haven't figured out our answer
I'm
yet.
sorry. We'll get back to that one.
But any other questions,
ask us anything.
Feel free to post. But I think that is enough for now.
Yes.
I think we're good.
Thank you for joining us again. Always great to have you with us. We appreciate it. Not that we get to see you guys, but we know you're there, and that's what counts. So have yourself a great day. Happy knitting, and until the next episode, see you soon. Bye.